guys, I just came up the shed this morning and I wanted to show you a couple of little jigs that I made for tying hinge joint wire onto cages. I bought a few of these kit pens, and they supplied this light tie wire with them. I've done the tie wire around the bottom, but on the top they just give you these couple of little clips that just clip on, and they're fairly feeble. So what I've been doing is lacing the tie wire around the top as well. You can see this one I probably would sew through there, but seeing it's a bit ill-fitting, I'll probably go through this one and it'll hold it up tighter. So anyway guys, this is a couple of little things I made up because being on a bit of land, most of you guys are on a homestead or on a farm, and we're always tying things up with wire. And when I got these pens, I thought, oh, how am I going to sew this hinge joint on? So I got thinking about it, and I made up a couple of little jigs. What gave me the idea, I got a mate that's a fisherman, and they sew their nets together. I didn't go and have a look at it, but I worked one out, and I made up a couple of these jigs out of just poly pipe, but I'll explain a bit more as I go. I made this one for doing the smaller chain link mesh and for wire netting, because we're always switching wire, stretching wire netting on cages and things like that. So I've made that one for the smaller hole in the chain link or wire netting, and I made this larger one for doing this larger chain link mesh. But anyway, before I start, I'd just like to say, guys, is Josh from In Your Yard Homestead, he's over there in Western Australia. We're good friends with Josh, Lynn and I, and I just watched one of his videos this morning, his latest video, and he was finishing off his guinea pig cage, and it was such a good idea. He made hinges for his gate out of tie wire and a catch, and it was really good. So it's worth your while having a look at that video and checking that out, because it's a really good idea. I haven't seen anybody build those before. So go and check Josh out over there at In Your Yard Homestead. We've got to know Josh pretty well over the time, and he's a bit of a real deal of Crocodile Dundee, really. He's done a lot in the outback. He's been a snake catcher. He's lived off the land. He's learned off the Aborigines to live and what foods to eat. So he's a wealth of knowledge, Josh. Yeah, so check him out. He's a good bloke. Anyway, guys, I'll show you this small one first. I made this one up for the big stuff, and then I thought, oh, there's so many smaller wire netting and things like that we want to sew on. So I'll just give you a quick demo how this one works. Usually I leave it on the reel like this and wind it onto the needle, but I've already pre-cut a bit here just so for a demo. But what I've done is cut a slot in either end of the this bit of poly pipe, so that it'll take the wire, and I just wind it on. You can fit a fair amount of wire on it. I don't know what gauge this tie wire is, but it's good to use. It's strong. But I'll just come over to this gate here, and I'll just give you a quick demo. Because this is only a small chain link, probably the size of a wire netting. So all you have to do is, I'll just do this quickly because this gate's just loose here. It's already been done, but you can start off your tie wire wherever you like and start sewing. It's good on this, you can pull it up nice and tight. Just let your bit of wire out as you go. You can see it's fairly simple. I can pull that up nice and tight. I'm just going the opposite the way to what it's already wired, just so you can see. But you can see that's very quick to do that. I've probably got enough wire on that to go. Well, I could fit enough wire on this to go right around this little gate, but you get the gist of how that works. So that's that one. Get rid of that. And this was the first one I made up. So you can see here, it's just a bit of class 12 poly, and I've cut it and with the heat gun, I've flattened it out a bit, and I've made this jig up. And this, if I fill this right up, I think it takes me probably 2 needles full to do the whole top of this pen. This pen is 4 meters by 2 meters. So I'll just show you how I load this up. You just put it on anywhere like that. I just don't even tie it on. And then we go up this side. I've got a dodgy thumb at the moment, so it's a bit harder, but I've got this little pin here, flip piece here. I just push it out around that to come down underneath, back up this side, down, back up the other side. I hope you can see that. With this supple wire, it's really easy, but comes up, goes around that pin. I won't load this right up because it's just a demonstration, but see, I can just leave it on the tie wire, fill this up. You can fill this right up to the top here. I haven't measured the amount of wire that goes on it, but I can get a good amount of wire on it. I've tried when I first started doing these, cutting lengths of wire, and it was just a pain, but this has made it so simple. You can see it's easy to put on. So anyway, I'll just cut that off at that for the sake of this demonstration. So you can see there what I've done. Got the groove in the bottom to hold the wire, and taken this out, this slot here. So it's just up, around, back up the other side, around, back up the other side, around. Simple. So I'll just jump up here and show you, connect this and show you how it works. Hope you can see okay. It's a bit glary this morning. So all we need to do is twitch it on wherever we want to start. Oop, I'm hooked up. Same deal, as you go you let the wire flick off. So I'll start, I think I'll go around there for starters, pull that around, then I think I'll go through this here, it'll pull it up a bit tighter. So do a bit of sewing through there, and I've lost my way. Through there, through there, through there, and pull it up nice and tight. And you see this wire just flicks off. Through there, pull it up. So as you see, when you get going, you can go really quickly. It probably doesn't look as neat through that second chain mesh, but that's going to hold quite well, I think. Just show you a bit closer up these needles, guys. This is the larger one. I hope you can see that clearly enough. I've got this groove cut in here, and this bit you can push it backwards and forwards either side as you load the wire. So that's that one. There's a close-up so you can see it, and this is the smaller one. Now with this one, I've just cut a piece out of the poly. I made a bit of a point on either end, and then I heat gunned it to push it in. So it's still easy to load the wire, and it's easy, as you're saying, for the wire to come off. And I've just found them handy because I don't get tangled up, and it's an easy way to do it. So anyway, I'll just show you a couple other little tools here. Most people have probably seen these little tools for clipping wire netting onto, like on a fence, where you've got your ground wire, belly wire and your top wire. They're just a good little tool for clipping your netting on. That one leaves a nice little loop. This one's geared, so if you're doing a lot of fencing, it doesn't wear your wrist out. So that's my favourite one. This is the larger one. It clips on like that, with a little clip like that. But you've probably already seen those guys anyway, but they're a very handy tool for wire and clipping things together. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that little video. Look, if anybody's got any other ideas how to do it, that's the only way I can work out in my head how to do it. So yeah, leave a comment, and if you've got a better idea, let us know. Anyway guys, have a good day. Cheers for now.